Hey everyone, it's Thelifedctr again, and I wanted to come and make a really quick video and just share with you my thoughts about homeschooling. Now, yes, I have shared my thoughts about homeschooling in general before, just in terms of different things that can be done to help socialize your children, because that seems to be still a hot topic when it comes to homeschooling. But I recognize that maybe some of you are not familiar with why in the first place I decided to homeschool my children as opposed to send them off to the traditional classroom for their education. And so I just want to share that with you in case you were wondering. As different people, outside of YouTube and outside of Facebook have asked me, why am I homeschooling my kids? As a matter of fact, at one Playdate meetup, a parent asked me, well, why are you homeschooling? Why are you going to homeschool your son? Does he have a learning disability, something wrong? And, I think that's probably the question that really made me want to do this video, because it's interesting to me that it was on that particular mother's mind that the reason I would be homeschooling my child would be because something is wrong with him. Like, why would I not want to homeschool my child because there's something right with him? So let me just start there. So one of the reasons that I am so passionate and excited to homeschool my children is because there's a lot of things right with them. My children are beautiful. They love us. They love each other. They love Christ. They're not perfect, but we love them and they are lovely to us. And we're homeschooling them because we want it to stay that way. We want the good that is in them. We want the values that they have already learned, and the values that they are already demonstrating in their behavior, even though they are almost 2 and 5, so very young. We want to continue moving in the direction of discipleship, of shaping their characters. So for me, homeschooling is about discipleship. Homeschooling is about helping to shape their little characters while I can. So that would be the main reason, I think, at this point. While they are so young and so impressionable, no, there's nothing wrong with them. There's a lot right with them, and we want to keep it that way. Another reason that I'm so passionate and excited to homeschool my kids is because, in thinking about their education, thus far, I am the person who, because I spend the most time with them, I'm the person who at this point knows what their learning style is, and I'm happy to learn and grow where that is concerned, because of course I'm going to still be learning about their learning style so that I can match that with my teaching style. But I just feel like I have a really good handle on that, much more so than somebody, than a teacher that we would pay, in a traditional classroom setting to do that. Now, yes, I understand that teachers are trained specifically to teach, whatever grade or age group that they're teaching, but I happen to also be an educator. So for those who don't know, I am a clinical psychologist and professor of psychology. And so while my teaching skill set is primarily with the collegiate population and the graduate school population, my specialty is child and family therapy. So I personally have a specialized skill set that I think will lend to me educating my children. And so I feel like I am more than qualified, in addition to being their mom, I feel like I am more than qualified to educate my children at home. Another reason is, quite frankly, in looking at the schools in our area, because we did look at schools, we looked at public schools, we looked at private schools, we looked at Montessori type schools, we looked at all kinds of schools, charter schools, we all just, we just want to look at everything just to kind of see what was out there. Now, mind you, in thinking about their education, public school was never really a consideration, but I still like to know kind of what's out there, what's going on. And we've been living in this particular area where we are now, not for a super long time. So we just wanted to kind of familiarize ourselves with what was going on. Anyway, in looking at the different options, wasn't impressed. Not with the public, private, not impressed. And furthermore, the school that we would probably have been sending our kids to initially, it's just too far away. So just from a practical standpoint, like, we're not comfortable sending our children you know, half an hour, 30, 40, 45 minutes away from home. Like we're just not comfortable with that arrangement. In addition to us just not being overly impressed with, you know, what's going on anyway. And so when I take all that and put all that together, you know, I'm excited to begin their formal education at home. I thank God that I live in a state, the state of Michigan, where I'm free to do that. Now, I believe that that is the case in just about every state, but I know that certain states make it a little more difficult or a little more challenging to educate your children at home. And in Michigan, you know, the laws here are kind of loosey-goosey where that's concerned. So I have free reign, and I can pretty much do whatever it is I want to do, which I love. I want to be the active controlling force where their education is concerned. And, you know, we're doing this 1 year at a time. So just step by step, 1 year at a time. And there may be a different situation, you know, that our family is in the year after that, and so forth. But for right now, with my children who are almost 2 and 5, they'll be 2 and 5 in the fall, then homeschooling them for us is the perfect solution. You know, they're excited about it. I'm excited about it. And not to mention the financial benefits. Now, you know, being financially responsible or saving money, that really did not weigh into the decision for us to homeschool. Like, that really wasn't something that we were thinking about, oh, let's homeschool so that we can save money and not have to, you know, pay for a uniform or tuition. That never really entered into the decision-making process. It just so happens to be an added blessing because we're homeschooling. We don't have to pay for uniforms and tuition and all those things. Now, there are some expenses in homeschooling if you want there to be expenses, like if you're using a boxed curriculum or if you're ordering other things and whatnot, then it can add up. But when they're at the age that my kids are at, really young, you don't really need to spend a whole lot of money. So, you know, another blessing is we'll be saving money. So that's wonderful. And then we can put the money that we would have used, you know, in a fund for them or use it for whatever we need to use it for. So anyway, for those who might have had questions or were curious to know why it is I'm choosing to homeschool my kids, there you have it. All right. So this is the Life Doctor, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.